friends, before I start this video, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to anybody who has bought one of my shirts. My last video was announcing that I made merch, I made a shirt, so a bunch of you went out and got it, and I'm just like blown away with the results and just how many of you care enough to get it, and I just love you guys, man. I just wanted to say that. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's get into another announcement. I have a surprise for you. All right, here he is. Little man. This is Larry. He was just asleep, so now he's like, please just put me back. But I wanted you guys to meet him really quickly because he's a very sweet boy. Lindsay and I adopted another dog. He's going to be living with me, and Squirt is still going to be living with Lindsay, and they're brothers now, and so yay for Larry. I just can't get over the fact that his name is Larry, dude. Look at him. Oh my god. If you guys remember me showing you guys baby Squirt in old videos, this is literally him. They're like twins. They're literally like long lost brothers. If you want to hear the story about how we found Larry and adopted Larry, then tune into Lindsay and I's podcast tonight on the Dash Radio app at 5 p.m. Pacific time and 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know if this video will be up before then, but I'm hoping that it will. But either way, we're going to be explaining the story on there, and then I'm also going to be uploading that podcast to SoundCloud later tonight. So you'll be able to hear it either way, but we'll tell the story of him in there. Oh! You're tired and you want to go to bed, I'll put you away now. But yay, new dog. All right, all exciting news and announcements aside now, we can get into today's video. But before I do that, I just wanted to kind of give like a warning really quickly that I'm gonna be saying the F-bomb a lot in this. So if you're under the age of like 13, maybe don't tune in. But today's topic is Fuckboys 101. And I felt the need to touch on this topic on my channel because I've dealt with a lot of this boy breed before. And I just felt like I could offer a little bit of my insight, a little bit of my personal experience, the warning signs of what a fuckboy is. So let's just go ahead and head to Urban Dictionary and define what exactly is fuckboy. White Nike tube socks with his Adidas sandals. He wants to play 20 questions. Do not play, especially if there is a winky face involved. Relies on his mom but does not respect women. Looks like he just finished reading one of Jaden Smith's tweets in all of his selfies and can't find the clitoris. Okay, no disrespect to Jaden. I love Jaden Smith, but like all the other points were pretty spot on. It ends with, fuckboys come in all shapes and sizes. Results may vary, but when he a fuckboy, he a fuckboy, and you will know. All right, so now that you have an idea of what a fuckboy is, I'm going to give you the warning signs of how to kind of spot one. So my first example here is the party/club fuckboy. So somebody that you meet in some kind of a social setting, and they're just like talking you up a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, he's nice. You know, he's being nice. Maybe he's a little forward, but you're like, you're kind of okay with it. But then the warning sign hits you. You look over, he's doing the same exact thing to some other girl at the party. That, my friend, is a fuckboy who makes his way around, and he's making the circle and you're just part of it. So just like abort the mission. Also kind of coming off of that, another warning sign is if you're talking about this guy that you maybe have a crush on or something to somebody else, one of your friends, and they know him and they're like, oh. Like if they got a stank face on or they look like they know something that maybe you should know, maybe just leave it aside. And if that person continues on to be like, ooh, yeah, they get around, then just stay away from any STD infested boy that might be. All right, warning sign number 3. If you get into the situation where you're having this kind of text convo with a fuckboy, you will definitely be able to know when he asks you for those nudies. Might I suggest you reply with a picture of maybe your favorite pair of nude leggings, maybe a photo of a nice nude coat, but don't send him the nudes. You don't know what he's gonna do with that photo. It is very, very risky. Did you know that there is now an app for fuckboys to download so that they can screenshot nudes on Snapchat without you getting the notification that they screenshotted it? That is sketchy, folks. You don't want to send it to the wrong dude and then just like down the line they try to drag you and you're like, what is my life? We didn't even know each other that well. It's better to stay away, okay? I'm just gonna have to say that after everything because sometimes you're like, well, maybe I should still do. No, you shouldn't. Another warning sign in maybe a text conversation with a fuckboy is that they respond like maybe every hour, maybe every 3 hours, and you're like, what are you doing? Can we all just admit that we're all perpetually on our phones? So like you can't even try to front like you're not on your phone all the time because we all know that you are. And if they initiated conversation and they're being like weird and sketch and just taking so long to respond, just you should be the one not to respond, okay? Just end the convo. I believe this is warning sign number 5, and Urban Dictionary also touched on this, but the 20 questions game, fuckboy. I have not played that game since middle school, but normally they're like, what are you wearing? What would we do if we hung out? What's the farthest you've ever gone with a guy? These are all red flag questions, my friend. Leave it alone. All right, now say that you don't know that you're about to hang out with a fuckboy, but you are. The reason you will be able to know is if he ditches you. You make plans, he just doesn't show up. He's not responding back to text, so you just think it's not gonna happen. And this has happened to me many times before. That's why I'm putting this warning sign in here. Because any dude who's just not gonna follow through with making plans with the girl that he's apparently interested in is just one, a fuckboy, two, a time waster. And oh, my friend, is your time very precious. And you need to know that, value that, and only give it to the people who you think deserve it. So if you're dealing with this one fuckboy who keeps ditching you and ditching you and ditching you, like, why are you even trying anymore? You know, just leave. Gotta go, buddy. All right, now the last warning sign, in my opinion, from my experiences, is that they're super into themselves. When you hang out with this fuckboy, they will only be talking about themselves. And very rarely are they going to ask you, how was your day? Any of those questions pertaining to maybe how you are, they're not gonna ask them. So just find a guy who will actually treat you right and who will actually ask those questions and care about your existence, okay? Because fuckboys are not worth our time. Also, I'm getting really close to you guys. I should probably maybe bring it back a notch. I should have probably said this at the beginning of the video, but girls can be fucked girls as well. I'm not trying to like gang up on guys here and be like, oh my god, they're the worst, but like most of the time, because I'm a woman dealing with boys, this happens to me a lot. But like if you're a dude dealing with girls like this, they're a fuck girl. Maybe leave them alone. I do find this term very funny, but in reality, it's all just a game. Literally what they're doing and playing and putting on the facade as is a game. Really what I wanted to tell you guys is just find a man who's gonna treat you right and who isn't gonna do any of this kind of blah 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 to you. You know, don't talk me up. Let's not waste time, all right? I wanna get to know you, you wanna get to know me, let's do the thing, but without all the BS. That's what I'm looking for, at least. I just wanted all of you guys out there to be aware of the kind of things that go on in day-to-day modern relationships. So just be smart, be conscious, be able to see the signs and whatnot. I hope that this helped you identify some of the signs. Maybe if you're in something like this, maybe just abort the mission, like I said like 5 times before. And I wish you all luck on your journeys with love in this life. So give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if it entertained you in some way. Comment down below the best part of your day, because I would like to know. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Stay smiling. Goodbye.
Girl, you know you don't need him. Yeah. Better off if you leave him. Yeah. I be cashing out a sex fit. Yeah. I've been rolling out of demons. Yeah. My new rap smell like Newports. I'ma turn up for the